Hola guys! Well, today is the day. We are doing Moco Loco. Translation in Spanish is crazy booger. I know, right? I don't know what the Hawaiian people were thinking when they named this classic staple dish of theirs after a bogey. But anywho, very, very simple. 3 separate components get put together, and I'm terrified of it. But today is one of them days where I need some good comfort food, and trust me when I tell y'all, I will be back on a separate video and give you all the chisme, all the tea, all the dirt, all the what's happening about town. But this is all we're gonna need. I have some ground beef here that I defrosted yesterday because I was going to do it yesterday, but I'm going to use half for the Moco and half for little dude's dinner because he is not going to eat Moco. But we're going to need some ground beef. I'm going to season that with some black pepper, garlic, seasoned salt, and Worcestershire sauce. And I'm seasoning this beef patty like I do any patty I make for hamburgers or how I season my ground beef for meatloaf. I don't know exactly what the Hawaiians do in regards to spice, but I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it true to what I know. And this is what I use to season my meat. You're going to need some rice because everything's going to set on some rice. You're going to need 1 egg or 2, depending on how hungry you are. Some oil, some onion, and I'm going to use a bouillon cube, a little bit of flour, and a little bit of butter to make my gravy. So let's break this sucker down and get this Moco started. Okay, so with clean hands, I've gone ahead and separated the meat into half because I'm going to use the other half for little dude's tacos. But all I'm going to do is season it up, very basic. Pepper, because I like a lot of pepper. I really, really do. I don't know what it is about me and pepper, but I love it. So we got some there. Little garlic salt. Okay. Some seasoning salt, any kind you want. I haven't used my seasonal in quite a while, but I like it better than Lowry's. Lowry's is a little tangy in the back of my throat and super, super salty. This is more tasty, more savory than salty. So, and I do it by sight, guys. I just have been doing it long enough that I do it by sight. And I know what it's going to taste like. And then I'm going to dabble in some Worcestershire into the meat for that little oomph. Now I'm only going to make 1 patty because I want a big fat giant patty for the awesomeness of this. Let me get my skillet going nice and warm. Okay, we're going to stick our hands in here. We're going to mush up our meat. My meat looks a little funny, guys, because I buy the family packs when I find a really good deal. And then I just separate it in my freezer bags. Did anybody ever know anybody who would actually take a hunk of raw meat and taste it to see if it was seasoned? I swear I remember my mother doing that. The fact that she didn't die of food poisoning or get super, super sick is amazing to me. I swear I remember her doing that. But anywho, this is going to make a nice, big, old patty. So, because it does shrink, I want to make sure it's going to be nice and hunky. So I'm just going to form my patty. I don't want it too fat because I don't want raw. It might be a little too big. I may have to take some of that meat off. No, we gonna get down today. I'm hungry, guys. I stress eat. And I have been stressed. Okay, hang on. So here is my big giant patty. I went ahead and sprinkled a little bit more season all over the top. And I made a little divot in the center with a manuka. Supposedly it keeps them from shrinking. Honestly, I never noticed if it works or not. But it's a big giant patty.
Yep.
Now, you want to try this when I make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
That's why I'm making you tacos. But anywho, I already got my rice on. So let's get this burger in the skillet. Okay, because I cannot remember if my meat was 80-20 or the 73 variety, I'm going to go ahead and add a little butter to my skillet. Because I'm going to make my gravy from the drippings in here. So let go. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. I hope this doesn't turn into a disaster like the empanada of 2020. But anywho, I'm going to let that melt down a little bit before I stick our patty in here. Then after the patty's all nice and seared, we will proceed with the beginnings of a delicious gravy. But in preparation for that gravy, let me go ahead and get my onion sliced. Okay guys, so now we're going to put in my monster burger. And I'm going to leave it be for like 4 or 5 minutes while it gets a nice little sear on it. I want grease, I want butter, I want lots of lusciousness left on the bottom so I can make a really yummy gravy. So we're going to let that go. I've chopped up my onions. I wanted rings, but in a perfect world I would have got rings, but I go at my poor onion on the regular, like friggin' Michael Myers on trick-or-treaters. So you never know what kind of shape I'm going to end up left with. So I just chopped up a few onions the way I had left. I have my rice over here. Can you all see over here? Cooking. And then my little skillet over here waiting for the egg. So I'm just going to sit back and start little dude's part of dinner. Did the whistling get you? It's just a kettle. Okay. So I take my bouillon cube and I pour in 2 cups of water. And then I let it steep until I'm ready to use it. Then it'll be all nice and dissolved and broken up by the time I need it. Okay, this bad boy is dropping a whole lot of grease. I'm going to flip and see what's going on the other side. This is my least favorite part because it can be a mess. A little squish. I don't want to squish too much and make it all dry inside. That's going to be a fat, happy little patty. Okay, so I'm going to let that go. My rice is going. I got to finish up little dudes. Okay, this bad boy is ready. So I'm going to take it out and set it on a plate, and I'm going to check out these drippings. There's a lot of good stuff going on in there, but that's a whole lot of oil. So I'm going to take some of that out, and then we'll get to the gravy. I am going to drop my onions in here and get them nice and opaque. Scraping up all them, whoops, get back over here. Scraping up all them yum-yums down there. See the yum-yums? Gotta get all them yum-yums. I took this much oil out, but I'm not going to throw it away because I might need it. Let me turn down the heat just a bit. I forgot all the smoke and oily and greasy smell that making patties leaves in the house. And ugh, I do not like the house smelling like food. If I'm baking, that's one thing, but for it to smell like food, it just does something to me. I'm usually full or lose my appetite with the smells of food by the time the food's ready. I hope that's not the case here. I turned it off. Okay, baby. But I'm just going to caramelize these onions a bit. And we're going to pop them out back in here. And then I'm going to make my roux. With a roux, I don't measure. I just kind of sprinkle my flour in there. And go for it. Let me get my whisk. I know some of y'all are going to cringe because I'm going to use a whisk in a metal pot. But I think these onions look amazing, smell amazing. And I'm going to go ahead. I like a little bite on my onion, so I don't want it completely soft. And they're going to cook a little more in the gravy. So I'm going to pull these out. Now, I don't know if this is Moco Loco preferred, okay? But this is how I make my hamburger steak. This is how I make patties for a burger. This is just what I do, okay? And I figure simple components. See why you don't throw your oil away? This is why, because you might need it. It's just very, very simple components of a recipe, and I am terrified. Scared of messing it up. Been making gravy my whole life. Patties my whole life. Rice my whole cooking life. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to dust a little flour in here. Now, as soon as you drop it in there, start whisking, okay? Start whisking, people, because it's going to burn and you don't want it to burn. So I just get it mixed in there with all the oil. Ooh, look at this. Can y'all see what's going on over here? All over my shirt. You make a roux, make it nice and thick. Don't let it burn, because it will. Then you grab your now prepared and melted broth. Pour it in and stir and whisk and whisk and whisk and whisk. And the reason you want to whisk and whisk and whisk is because you don't want lumps. Now pour and whisk. If you stop too long between your pouring of liquid and your whisking, you're going to get a bunch of nasty lumps. And we don't want that. I always end up making so much freaking gravy. It's ridiculous. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on little dude's rice. I just have to heat up his tortillas for his tacos. Now we're good to go. So I just eyeball it. It is going to cook down. And you don't want it to get away from you. Don't let gravy get away from you. I'm just going to stir this up for just a bit. I have it on medium heat. At this point, you can see that it's either going to need more liquid, depending on how thin or thick you like it. But don't stop stirring. Real quick taste. Oh, that's good. Because I'm going to let my onions sit in there a little longer, I'm going to go ahead and put a little more broth in there. I'm going to drop my onions back in. Hello, little onions. Cebollitas. Cebollitas. And we are going to lower this to low. Let it simmer. Just for not even, maybe 3-4 minutes. If you see bubbles come up, stop. Don't let it bubble, because it'll thicken too much. And if you don't have any more broth or you don't want it too thin, you're going to screw your gravy up. So that is the gravy. Okay. Last component to this dish is the egg. And my oil wasn't hot enough. Oh, let's boost that up a little bit. Well, it could be better, baby. If it's hot, it cooks better. Now, as big as that patty is, I probably could have used 2 eggs, but I'm telling you guys, the smell of food in this house, it just kind of did something to my tummy. So, I'm going to let this cook. And then we will get it all together. I want to make it look all pretty like I see on the interweb. Why do you want to do that? So it'll look pretty, Bubba's. Pretty food sometimes tastes better. Not that I doubt this is going to taste good, but I want it to be pretty. I'm tired. Trying to make 2 meals. I mean, I've done it before, but when I'm trying to make sure I don't screw up something, it adds to the stress of it all. Well, not really stress. Y'all know what I mean. I want everything to taste good and be good. And little dude is about a bite or 2 ahead of me, and his dinner, poor thing, could not wait any longer. I do not blame him. So, I am going to make sure that this yolk is cooked, because ain't nothing grosser than a runny yolk. And then I'm going to plate this sucker. I want the yellow to stay all sunshiny and pretty, and if I pour oil over it, it's going to cloud. And I don't want it to cloud. I want it to be moco, loco, pretty. Well, not that the meal is pretty, but I want to do Hawaii proud. Okay? I want to do my son proud, who is the one who introduced me to this dish when he went into the army. He absolutely adored it. So this is inspired by my son's love of Loco Moco. So I am going to plate this sucker up. And there she be. I don't know if the plating is right, but it's the rice, my big old humongous patty, the onions and gravy, and my little eggy, which sat in the skillet a little too long. But I don't know. Those of you who have tried it, what y'all think? What y'all think? Miss Ginger, did I get it right? Oh, this side is prettier. Let's taste this sucker. Okay, guys, I could not position this phone well enough to get into this first bite, but let's try it this way. This way, baby. Oh, that's beautiful. This patty is tough. Oh, there we go. Oh, the kitty smells something. Look at that lovely yolk. Okay, guys, I'm going to flip y'all over and give it a taste. Okay, I am covered in flour. Little dude's halfway through his dinner, and I'm about to take my first bite. I'm going to cut this patty down just a little smaller. Okay, so I got rice, I got patty, I got egg, I got gravy. Let's see what the deal is.
I need a toothpick.
You need a toothpick?
Yeah, that. This one right here.
That's good.
It is?
It's good. You want to taste the rice? At least?
Not thanks.
I like it. Let me get some more of this yolk.
Oh, I got the food out thingy.
One more bite.
Aren't you going to use the other one?
I like it. I think I could have seasoned the patty a little more because it's thick, but it's things I've always made. Eggs, rice, gravy, a little hamburger steak. I like it. Very simple. I know it's going to be filling. There's no way I'm going to be able to finish it. But thanks for hanging out with me and making this Moco Loco. Until my next go round, I love y'all bunches. And if y'all try this, I hope y'all enjoy it. And bon appetit, y'all. Bye. Hi. Y'all want some bonus footage? Okay. I just finished cleaning the kitchen and it was a horrible job. There was grease spatter everywhere. I washed all the dishes, all the pots, all the pans. I cleaned up the stoves and the counters and I swept the floors. I really should have mopped because there's some splattering around the stove. But I'm going to handle that probably tomorrow because I got to do some laundry tomorrow. But anywho, don't come for me for the state of my little bowls, the little thingy under my burners. I know. But girl cooks 6 days a week. So as long as the rest of the kitchen is clean, sometimes the burners fall by the wayside. But I know none of y'all would be tacky enough to say anything. But I know y'all might be thinking it like, God dang, Mel, what is up with the little bowls around your burners? But anywho, I wanted something sweet. I couldn't eat all the Moco Loco. It was really good, but I couldn't eat all of it. I have leftovers for tomorrow. Probably gonna nosh it off at breakfast. But after I was done, I wanted something cold and sweet, and I was gonna get a mango or some plums. But then I remembered that I had these fruit drinks in the refrigerator, and I am going to try the sopadilla zapote, or the mame as I know it. I don't know if I'm supposed to shake it, but I'm going to shake it. Now, I've heard people say that this isn't really good, but then I've heard people say that it really is good. I am going to play with my life and try it. I'm not allergic to sweet potatoes or yams, so, and that is what this is related to. So let's take a sniffy sniff. Ew. It smells like alcohol. It smells like an alcoholic beer. Oh, hold on. Okay, the deeper I sniff, I get a peach smell. Okay, at first it smelled like straight up beer. You guys, I don't do beer. But the bigger whiff I take, I get a peachy scent. So it's kind of ambery and clear. There's a coming out. Looks like the dishwater I was just messing with. Okay. Until doesn't smell bad now. Let's try it. Okay. It tastes like a peach. Not a peach. It has a peach hint. And kind of root beer like. What? I'm getting root beer and peach. Two flavors I really enjoy. Not strong, but you do get kind of like a little root beer action going. Definitely peach. I like it. I'm going to have to wait a few minutes to see if I'm going to react. And if I don't, I'm going to finish this off. It's really good. This is the Kui brand of sopa de zapote or mame. So now I really want to try the real mame. But I thought I'd add this in here while I enjoy it, in case any of you guys wanted to know what they tasted like or wanted to go out and try them yourself. So, okay, now I'm going to go take a shower and I'm going to relax. And I think me and little dude are going to watch a movie. I don't know what. I don't want to watch anything scary after the few days I've had, which I'm going to catch y'all up on in my chisme video. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Plus, I have a little thrifty surprise I want to share with you guys. So, good night, you guys. I hope you all are having an awesome week, and I love y'all bunches again. Bye.